Hello guys, welcome back to The Crew 2. I'm in controls, changing the gearbox to sequential because we are famous level and that's what we are doing, the level 3 events. And that means after the street race we have to go to drift, and that's why I put it in sequential. We have done the airport and the charity event. That means that we have West Commercial and Red Bull Drift Challenge South. Recommended level is 115 this time, and we have 136 cars, so I think we should be good to go.
Welcome to Vegas.
It's
the
gonna
only
automatically
city in the world
take
where you fly in for a drift race, and the first thing you see when you step off the plane is a slot machine.
I totally saw a pizza place first.
Hero,
Yeah?
shut up.
automatically gonna take our highest level drift car, that is the Mazda RX-7. I don't even know if I have another drift car. I don't think
Three, two, one.
Later you read the script, you're supposed to lose.
will do for now. Because the settings of the car are completely wrong at the moment. But we only need 15,000 points, so the 78.
We don't have a championship. Kind of hard to do when you're not official, so we got the list instead. It's sort of unofficial ranking of the top 10 drivers out there. Make the list, and you make a real name for yourself. Make it to #1, and woo-wee. But you gotta start at the bottom before you can make it to the top. One thing at a time. One thing at a time.
Yes, dear. Also a problem, still a problem. Always will be a problem till they ever fix it. Visibility at night. Headlights do not shine bright enough. As simple as that. And then they can light up the whole environment, but I'm gonna keep having a problem with the headlights not working till they fix them. Red Bull Drift Challenge South, I'm assuming that's gonna be on more on circuit
Sponsors
again.
open doors. It's as simple as that. Get yourself the right sponsor on board and you'll find yourself racing places you never dreamed you could. Like, say, Central Park.
Central Park, that's also a bit of a problem. Because yeah, you lose the multiplier if you hit whatever, and It's full of garbage cans and all kind of mailboxes and stuff like that.
Welcome, one and all. We're so
3, 2, 1.
There'll be hell on those tires.
Look at you, outscoring Teal. You've been doing some serious street racing. You're piling up the victories. Feels good, doesn't it? I know it does. I won a few races back in my day. But remember, if losing's a good test for friendship, so is winning. I'm not saying it'll happen to you, but I learned how fast things can go south. Learned it the hard way.
It indeed is a fun experience, but it's gonna be a matter of finding the right setup for the drift. Especially if you play with a keyboard, because yeah, you go from left to right and you constantly have to change the angle. And why do I say especially with a keyboard? For the simple reason that in option and controls we cannot set linearity or clamping or dead zone if you play with a keyboard. And from what I hear, also certain people with a wheel have a problem with it. So yeah, the game is made for controllers and gamepads. It's as simple as that. And I know that you have the F9 options where you can play around with the pro settings and all that, but that is all about understeer and oversteer. Play around with that too much to one side, you're gonna get understeer. If you play too much with it to another side, you're going to get oversteer. It's as simple as that. So meanwhile we are famous. That means also the brake balance, the camber, rear and front has more or less unlocked to play around with. I haven't changed anything in it, so this is sort of how it is by default. You can play around with it. The only thing that I did bring down was the tire grip on the rear a little bit, and other than that it is what it is. Not so sure why that is there. Should have a little bit of traction control, I guess. Should be there somewhere more. But yeah, these settings are another one of those things. The first 4 settings are for the whole family. That's all fine if you're racing with a street car or with a hypercar, and then you have the same settings, traction control, ABS wise, for the drift car. So also there, before you go to an event, you need to mess with the settings, especially if you're on keyboard, because you cannot change the linearity and the sensitivity, and that is exactly what I need. This thing does not steer sharp enough. I cannot switch angles sharp enough, fast enough to make this long drift going. The result of that is you hit light posts, you hit mailboxes, you hit all kind of garbage on the side, and that means losing the multiplier. Talking about the multiplier, I already talked it when we did the popular event for drift. It's all about the apex. At this moment in time, the multiplier goes to times 50 if you can keep it. If you have it completely filled with apex, aka perk points, then the multiplier will go up to 99. But for that to be happening, you need icon points, and of course that means you need to become level icon. It's as simple as that. We will come to that once we are there. That would be it for this famous drift event, I think. Yep, indeed. There are 2. And as you can see, people are doing 400,000-500,000. Are those legit records or not? There were some issues. We will see how good Battle Eye and the cheat works, in case there are cheats. There definitely are already in the game, because I saw certain tracks on drag, for instance, 2 and 3 seconds, but they're onto it, so we'll see what we'll do with that. Talking about drag, that will be the next event, because we are level 3, also means we have a 3rd discipline unlocked in each of the headquarters, and for the street family, that is drag. I will see you guys in that one, and bye for now.